Welcome back. This time we're talking about Coco, the latest animated film from Pixar. Now, while Pixar once was pretty much the most reliable studio out there, they have admittedly been rather hit or miss over the last few years. But when Pixar hits with a film, they hit a home run, and that's what they did with Coco. It's an amazing story and easily the best domestic animated film I've seen this year. It's directed by Lee Unkrich, who directed Toy Story 3 and co-directed Toy Story 2 and Monsters, Inc. And his co-director is Adrian Molina, who has worked on a number of Pixar projects before being promoted for this project. The story is steeped in Mexican culture and specifically the Day of the Dead, a day during which our ancestors have the opportunity to return to this world and see the family members they left behind. The story focuses on young Miguel, voiced by Anthony Gonzalez, a member of a family known for generations for making shoes. As for Miguel, however, he feels that his destiny lies in music. That's where his heart is. Unfortunately, his great-great-grandfather, who was a musician, apparently walked out on his family, leaving his wife and young daughter to fend for themselves. And ever since then, their family has scorned and banned music. Miguel can't listen to music, can't perform music, can't even really dance. This family is as anti-music as you can get. And Miguel is really beginning to grate under this because he really feels that they're ignoring his dreams, which are to become a musician. And he doesn't want to be just any musician. He wants to live in the footsteps of his hero, Ernesto de la Cruz, voiced by Benjamin Bratt, who is actually from his hometown and went on to become a famous musician worldwide before his untimely death. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say if you've seen the trailers, you know that through a series of events, Miguel finds himself no longer in the land of the living, but trapped in the land of the dead. And he will have to find his family and find the true meaning of his family and his destiny if he's going to have any hope of finding his way home before the Day of the Dead ends and he's trapped there forever. Now, I will admit that there are some times where I feel the story is a little predictable. Most of the twists I saw coming pretty far in advance. But there are a number, and some of them are the most important moments of the film, that I didn't see at all, and just kind of floored me that that's where they went with it. But even taking into account that some of the story is somewhat predictable, this is a movie that has that patented Pixar emotional cry moments. This is a film that's going to make you smile, it's going to make you laugh, it's going to make you cry, and you're not going to care who sees you do it, because this film just captures that element of family that, while this particular story is steeped in Mexican culture, I think any culture, anyone from any country, no matter your background, I think can relate and really get the feels from it as far as the family that we have and the family that we've lost along the way. Now, as I've said several times, this film really is steeped in Mexican culture. I am not in any way Mexican or Mexican American, so I cannot really speak to how well they captured and honored that heritage. But from what little I've seen since this movie's come out, it seems like they did a pretty good job. I'm going to have to leave that to others to truly judge, but it felt like they got it right. The other thing that this movie is very much focused on is music. This is not a musical. This is not a Disney musical or Pixar diving into the musical realm. But this is a movie that has a lot to do with music. Music is a very important part of the plot, important part of our characters. So there's a lot of music, but it's people actually playing songs and singing songs, not sprouting out into, song in the middle of the street. This is, when they're performing, they're actually performing. And there's a reason for them to be performing. And the music is actually really good. It's going to have a really good soundtrack, a lot of really good original songs, and the score itself is really great, beginning with the opening Walt Disney logo, where they replaced that music with a mariachi version of it. It is a really, really strong film. A great message about family, about expectations, about following your dreams. The animation is amazing. I mean, it's almost obvious to say that with a Pixar film, but yeah, they keep one-upping themselves, and it was just phenomenal in this movie. Coco is definitely a hit for Pixar. I really, really enjoyed this film. So I'm going to turn it over to you. If you've seen Coco, what did you think about it, and what is your favorite Pixar film to date? I think mine is still The Incredibles. We did get the teaser trailer in front of Coco for The Incredibles 2. It's finally happening. But for now, definitely go see Coco if you have the opportunity and the inclination. You will not be disappointed. As always, you can subscribe to my channel, check out some of my other reviews, and until next time, I'll see you at the movies.